But over my years of nursing, I've come to start appreciating my pumping time as a nice break in my day, and I found some good ways to make use of it. So I wanted to do a video about different ways that you can make use of your pumping time so that hopefully you can come to enjoy it rather than to dread it and see it as a chore. So first I'll talk a little bit about what I have done over the years, and then I'll talk about a survey that I did of several other women to see how they use their pumping time. So when I first started pumping with my first baby, the nursing mother's room I used was in kind of a remote location, and I didn't have Wi-Fi access on my computer at that location. I was also a brand new mom, and there were lots of magazines, parenting magazines, in the nursing mother's room. So I liked to use that time to go down and just relax for a little bit and thumb through the magazines and learn something while I was pumping. By the time that I had my third, I had picked up a lot of responsibilities at work, and I had also moved locations, and the nursing mother's room was in a location that did have Wi-Fi. So I decided I better start working during my pumping time, and so I bought a hands-free thing for the first time. And I used that, and most of the time that I pumped with my third and fourth babies, I would work during those breaks. The hands-free thing that I originally bought broke, and so when I needed to replace it, rather than buying a replacement, I just took a sports bra that I had from before the baby was born, and I just cut some holes in it. And I know there's a lot of different YouTube videos out there about making something similar, but it just seemed really simple, and it essentially did the exact same thing. So now this is what I use when I go to pump, and I just slide the flange in through the hole and then lock the other part with it. So that's one idea if you want a hands-free thing. Now that I've done it hands-free, I wouldn't go back, because it's definitely nice to be able to work or do something else, or even if I was still reading the magazines, not to have to hold both sides with one hand and flip the magazine with the other. It's really nice to have a hands-free. So now I'm pumping with my fifth baby, and while I was off during maternity leave, I would use the time I was nursing for my prayer and devotion time. So I decided that when I went back to work, I would do the same and do my prayer and devotional time during my pumping time at work. And this is definitely my new favorite way to use my pumping time, because it really helps re-energize me for the rest of the day, and helps me, get that much needed break from work and just enjoy the pumping time and relax a lot. So my favorite prayer is the Divine Mercy Chaplet. It takes the exact amount of time that it takes me to pump. So I did a survey of the distribution list for my nursing mother support group at work, and I asked the moms, what is your favorite use of your pumping time? And I'll show you the results. So of the 6 choices that I gave in the survey, the favorite one was work, and that's understandable. A lot of the time we have to work, and sometimes the nursing mother's room can be a great place to kind of sneak away for a little bit while you're pumping and get some important work done that you're having trouble focusing on at your desk. The second most popular choice was relaxing or thinking about the baby. And some of the other comments we also had, thinking of checking pictures of the baby, things of that nature, but just general relaxation. And then the third most popular was leisure reading, such as novels or magazines like I did early on. And so those were the 3 most popular, but we also had some responses for prayer and meditation, or light workouts like squats. One of my friends told me that she did that while pumping, and my co-lead, who's been dealing with nursing mother's room stuff for more than 20 years, said that she had never heard of that before. But we actually had 2 of our 78 respondents say that that is their favorite way to spend their pumping time. And then 3 people said that they use that time to call their child care provider and check on the baby. So that's another good choice, because you might not always have time during your workday. For the other responses, where I let people fill in whatever they wanted, I had someone say they occasionally take a nap if they've had a rough night with the baby while they pump, so I thought that was a good idea. You might need that opportunity, especially with a newborn. A couple of people said it depends on the day. They might do one thing if they're really tired, they might do something else if they have a lot of work to do. It just kind of depends on the day. And then I had a couple people say that they use that time to either check social media or read the news or do some online shopping. So there's all sorts of ways that you can spend your pumping time. Hopefully that gives you some ideas of what you can do to make your pumping time more enjoyable and less of a chore. Thanks.